Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. We are in the final section of my mini series on how to set up your small fashion business. In this section, we're just going to be going over a couple tips on how you can successfully run your fashion business and just some things I've kind of learned along the way that I want to pass on to you. The first tip is to be organized, and I know we've said that so much during the course of this series, but it is so important. And what I love about organization is that there's no right or wrong way of being organized. You can really do whatever works the best for you. And organization in your business is really going to allow you to have a clear mind. It will keep you on target for all of your due dates, and in the long run, it's just going to save you a ton of time and money. So I definitely suggest setting up your business in an organized way first, and then maintaining that through the course of your business. One of my favorite places to look for inspiration for organization is Pinterest. You can find a ton of great ideas on how to be organized, what to organize, different methods for organization. So I definitely recommend checking out Pinterest if you don't have one already. My second tip is to write it all down. And while there are probably some of you out there who can recall all of your memories from your childhood and can remember all of the detail and everything, the vast majority of us are not like that. And even if you are like that, I think it's really important to write things down, because not only does it allow you to kind of organize things when you write them down, it also allows you to remember them better. I highly recommend that you set up a binder or a notebook or some place that you're keeping all of your ideas and your to-do lists all in one place. And it's even better if you have the opportunity to either take that notebook with you wherever you go, or if it's on your phone, wherever you store it, just so that it's mobile with you, because you never really know when things will come to you or new tasks are going to come up. One of my favorite methods is to use GoodNotes app with my iPad, and it allows me, because I have several different businesses, plus my personal life and all of those other things, to have a bunch of different notebooks all in one place, all on one device. And I can draw things, I can highlight things, I can reorganize things. It's a really awesome app within the iPad, and I also can use it on my iPhone. So if I'm off doing something and I don't have my iPad with me, I can use the app on my phone and just take the notes while I'm off doing something else. You can see I have my iPad here, and I have all of my different kind of things that I work on in different files within my iPad in GoodNotes. And then within each of those things, I have a notebook for different types of sections. And then within each notebook, I have other sections. And it's really great because you can actually search your documents and it will recognize your handwriting. So you can easily find things even if you're not super organized within your notebooks. And I just really love it, because I'm the type of person who wants to just like write everything down and kind of like brain dump and then organize things later, and it really makes that super easy. So I definitely recommend, if you have a tablet or an iPad or even on your iPhone, to check out the GoodNotes app. My third tip is to keep up on your education. So even if you went to university or you took an online course, whatever it may be, once you start your business, you don't want to fall off on staying updated on education, because your industry, if you're in the fashion industry or something else, the industry is always constantly changing, your customer is changing, and all the research that you've done to start your business is changing over time. So you definitely want to keep up on up-to-date information, and that also applies to other things like social media algorithms and stuff like that. So I've created a Pinterest board with all of my favorite resources. It's everything from how to organize your Instagram to how to get found on YouTube, all sorts of really great resources that I use all the time, and it's all in one place. So I will definitely link that down below if you're watching on YouTube, and it's linked as well in my full blog post if you want to check that out. Tip number 4 is to keep a library. So the majority of you who are watching are probably in the fashion industry, which means you are working with tech packs, you're working with technical sketches. Even if you're a graphic designer or something like that, having a library of all of your digital assets is a great way to stay organized, as well as having a set of templates in an organized file on your computer or print it out if you want to, just so you always have kind of that master copy to go back to. So for me, I have a master file of all of my templates so that I don't accidentally write over my master copy. They're all separated out, so I have like my tech pack template, all my Illustrator assets, agreements, contracts, everything all in one place so that I can easily find it and access it. And so I always have a master copy to go back to. My fifth tip is to always make it official. So it can be really tempting as a new business or an entrepreneur to like accept every opportunity that's thrown at you, and I promise as you get started there will be a lot. So I definitely recommend to just take a moment before you accept a new opportunity to make sure that everything is official. In a lot of places, a verbal agreement is binding, but it really doesn't matter if you don't have the evidence to back it up. So I definitely recommend having a signed agreement or contract along with every opportunity that's thrown your way. My sixth tip is that patience is key. I know that as a new business owner, you have all of these ideas, you're super excited, and that is awesome. Keep that up. But putting a time limit on your goals is a surefire way to feel anxious and overwhelmed all the time. So just kind of fall in love with the process of doing the work to get to where you want to be. Instead of being so focused on the goal, really enjoying the time it takes to get there. Because having the patience will really just bring you way more happiness in your business, and good things take time. So it's okay to take some time to really, build your brand up and build an audience and build awareness. So don't rush too much and just enjoy the time you're in now. My seventh tip is to network. And while we are in a digital age and an age of social media that we've never really seen before, I definitely believe that networking and personal interaction, word of mouth is still your number one marketing tool, because there's nothing that is more convincing than someone who is your friend going and talking to someone else they know about your business and just talking about how enthusiastic they are about your vision and your goals. So I definitely would recommend focusing on personal relationships. And if that's kind of hard for you, I know it can be hard, especially if you're out of school or if you're not involved in a bunch of different groups. Definitely focus on building your LinkedIn, because that's a great way to keep your business relationships open. And you can always reach out to someone if you haven't seen them in a while and just ask to go for a cup of coffee, or ask if there's something that you can do to help them, because having those like little things that you're offering to them will make it more likely that they will return the favor. All right, my eighth tip is to prioritize and execute. So it can be really overwhelming when you first start your business and you're wearing so many different hats. You're the social media manager, you are the production team, you are the photographer, you're everything. So it can feel really overwhelming, but I definitely recommend prioritizing your list of to-dos. And I literally just will write out everything that I have to do, kind of like a brain dump style, just like write it all out. And then I'll go back in with a highlighter and highlight in different colors what's priority, what can wait. And I definitely have found that allows me to kind of focus on the tasks that are really important. It can definitely be a problem to gravitate towards tasks that you're more comfortable with or more experienced in, even if they aren't the number one priority in your business right now. So definitely take the time to prioritize your tasks. And the other part of this is to execute those priorities. So planning and planning and planning isn't going to do anything for your business. You really have to execute on those plans. So don't get so focused on, especially if you're transferring from like a traditional 9 to 5 into your own business, don't get so focused on, I have to work 8 hours, I can't leave my desk until 5. It's more about being super focused in 2 hours versus being unfocused and not getting a lot done in 8 hours. Like those 2 hours of super focus, you're gonna get way more done than if you were to sit at your desk for 8 hours and be relatively unfocused. And I have definitely fallen victim to this. I call it productive procrastination, and you definitely want to avoid this whenever you can. You really want to focus on, okay, like what is actually going to help my end goal and what is going to serve my customer best. And that way you can prioritize tasks a little bit better. The 9th tip is done is better than perfection. We can get so stuck in wanting everything to be perfect and exactly as we had envisioned, but as a small business owner, you may not have all of the things that allow you to have something be perfect. You don't have a whole team behind you. You don't have tons of financial resources or other resources to make something exactly the way you had envisioned. And so at this point in your business, if you're just starting out, it's really important to just get things done, get them launched, and then if you need to change things later, you can. But you won't know what you need to change until you've launched some things and heard feedback from your customers about what it is they're looking for and what they need. So you'll definitely have a little bit of that like failure and then learn a lesson type of thing in the first part of your business, and that's okay. That's a good thing. You definitely want to fall in love with that idea of failing because it means that you are able to learn more about your customer and more about your business. And my 10th tip is to outsource. Once you start to get going in your business, you've been wearing all of these hats, you've been doing everything yourself, you've learned all this information about how to run your social media, how to build your website, and it can get to a point of feeling like you know your business best, which you do, but you need to outsource whenever you can. So as soon as you're able to pay someone else to do those tasks that you're not very good at, you definitely need to, because they are specializing in that area and they are going to help you relieve some of that pressure on yourself, clear part of your brain, and allow you to come up with new ideas, focus on kind of the priorities of your business. And so that's really, really an important part of growing your business, is knowing when to outsource. And I just want to close with, starting a business can feel really overwhelming, but remember why you started your business. If you have that purpose behind you to drive you, you'll always have the motivation that you need. Even if on some days it wanes, that's okay. Having that purpose behind your business is really, really important, because there will be days where you don't want to do the work, or you'll have to make a hard decision, or things feel like they're falling apart. And I just want to encourage you to remember why you started, because at the end of the day, the reason you took all this time and have worked so hard to start your business is because it's more fun than working for someone else. You know, the idea of owning your own business is amazing. And yes, it comes with all these hardships along the way, but it's really fun in the end. And that motivation that you have and the fun part of it and having that purpose behind your business is going to make you so much happier than if you didn't have your business. And that happiness eventually leads obviously to success. So if you're feeling discouraged, or if in the future you feel discouraged, try to remember why you started your business. All right, guys, that is the end of this series. Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, I did want to let you know I have a little freebie for you. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put it in the description down below. And if you're on my blog, it's linked at the very end of the post. And that link is to a free Amazon business account. An Amazon business account makes it easier for you to get the things you need. You get bulk discounts and you have different payment options. And I have one myself, and it is so great for small businesses or even large businesses. But it makes things so much easier when you are trying to get things quickly and at a discounted price. So if you've already set up your business, you should definitely check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini series on how to set up your fashion business, and I'll see you guys next time for my next series.